seizure and their father is not around. Remember, the eldest is 6 years, whilst the youngest is only 3 years.
And you know, wonderful thing, when it's happening, this first girl, then she will come and hold me. The first time she hold me, the father was not there. Hey, I said, hey, God, you are wonderful. See this thing, if the thing is coming, the way my husband said that, the way I struggle, and see this kid, she hold me till the time the thing stopped. Really? So when the thing went there, I cried. The cry was not because of pain, because of joy, that I have get somebody who will comfort me, apart from my husband and my family.
So did she ask what was wrong with you?
Yes, and I say I'm sick. So right now she know that I'm sick. So if it's happened, then she said, "Mommy, you'll be fine, okay? The sickness will be fine." And right now the little one too have come and add, if it's happened, then she'll come and hold me. So by the time the thing will go, I've seen that they are all holding me.
Francisca says these are enough to wipe her tears. She no longer thinks of the sickness again.
Before, they say that those they have such a problem, they cannot born. So when my husband is coming to marry me, some people talk plenty things for him that I will never born. So he shouldn't marry me. He said he will marry me.
And here you are with these two beautiful girls.
So right now I said I will not cry again, because why should I cry? I've get married, and even though not married like engagement, I'm Mrs. I'm full Mrs. And I've got children, and see my wonderful husband too. So why should I worry again? So right now, if I'm working and it's happened, I don't care. I don't care what people will say, because what I want, I've get it. And what again? If you say it, you go. I have my husband, I have my children. What again? So me, right now, I don't care. I don't think about my sickness. I'm waiting for the actual time God will heal me.
Another day without your smile. Another day just passes by. But now I know how much it means for you to stay right here with me.
Perhaps the most liberating truth surrounding epilepsy is that it is perfectly compatible with a normal, happy life. A positive outlook, a supportive environment, and good medical care usually make it possible to live fruitfully with epilepsy.
I wanna grow with you. I wanna die lying in your arms. I wanna grow with you. I wanna be looking in your eyes. I wanna be there for you, sharing in everything you do.
And what persons like Francisca needs most is unconditional love devoid of stigma. She is fortunate to be getting even more of this from her husband, Thomas Labi.
Someone will tell you that if you touch their saliva, you have it. Then what about me, who is having sex with someone who is epileptic? There are times there was a day we were having sex and it happened.
What did you do?
I continue what I'm doing. I didn't stop.
Were you not scared?
No. Scared about what? And when it happened, I was like, Master, you can't come and spoil my phone. What do you mean? No, you can't say, I can't allow this thing to spoil my phone. So I continue what I was doing. Wherever I was, I just continue. And the moment I continue, that was one of the shortest I've experienced. I said, and it's understanding, man, everyone will be on any trick. Okay, and maybe yesterday, at times I talked to my wife about it. We laughed over it. There was a time she had an attack. She was lying down on the bed. She had an attack. And the only thing that came to me is that go and kiss her. The moment I kiss her, the thing flash off. I said, hey, now wow. Okay, but these are my experiences.
Thomas is a strong, caring husband and a father. He sees his wife's condition as a burden they must carry. Thomas has high hopes that one day his wife will get her healing. He is a man of faith, but faith is not enough to bear the financial burden his wife's condition has brought him.
There are sometimes we have to go through the month struggling to eat. Financially, it hasn't been easy. Even when national health came in, there are sometimes you go, national health, they say it doesn't cover this, it doesn't cover that. So the other day, I had to buy a drug that is going to take care for just 1 month. It was 60 Ghana. It was 60 Ghana, and just 1 month, and they're written for 2 months. So I couldn't buy all the 2 months. I have to buy 1 month and just wait.
With teary eyes, Thomas struggles to speak again.
And just wait for some time so I can get the other dosage for her to take. But come on.
What was going through your mind that time? How did you feel when you were unable to get all for her that very moment?
I feel very bad. Okay. At times I feel like I'm alone. Okay, it's normal and it's human. At a certain point in our life, we feel like God has left us alone. Okay, but on a second thought, I just look at where I'm coming from, where I am, and I think that God has done more than what Napoleon could do. So I have no reason to even entertain that kind of feeling. But at times I feel very bad. I always pray I will have the means to be able to take care of her. Hands down, it is my cross. I am the man of the house. That is what makes me the man. The man in the house is not just the man who takes decision and he speaks and nobody speaks. There are sometimes we need to take the final decision, because when the burden comes, we are going to head it. We are supposed to be at the forefront. If anybody should die, we should die first before. If we die first and then they are killed, it is justifiable, right? So I believe it is my responsibility. So I don't feel too bad, but my feeling inadequate at a point in time, because I'm not able to get 1 or 2 things to be able to get her drugs and get certain things for her. Pray God gives me the opportunity to be able to have work to do all the time, and so there will not be a time I'll be out of job. Then that is going to kill me.
For a condition that has been known about since ancient times, epilepsy is still considered in this modern day with a widespread discrimination based on myths and misconceptions.
In church, if people think that people are possessed, in some areas they think that walking in the shadow of somebody with seizures will give you seizures. In hiding the flatulence of somebody with seizures will give you seizures, or even worse, touching the spittle or the saliva coming. And just Jamestown here, the woman who made the banku got burnt because she was making the banku and she fell into the pot and the front of her chest. We'll show you the pictures, and nobody would touch this woman because they think that if they held her, they will get seizures. So she bent, she roasted, so a nurse came and pushed her up.
Actually, epilepsy seizures can range from a sudden blankness and the loss of awareness of the location and surroundings. Available statistics suggest as many as 40,000 people die annually as a direct consequence of seizures. With the exception of accident, epilepsy is a non-fatal condition. And here's a confirmation of this by the head of the Kolebu Plastic Surgery Department, Dr. Opokuwari Ampoma.
I've had cases here that have ended up succumbing because of the extensive nature of their burns. And then there are some too who have facial burns, and they are really very badly scarred for life. You can imagine the sort of stigma associated with having seizures, and then in addition to that, having these horrific scars, which no matter the amount of plastic surgery that is done, they're never going to look, as normal as you and I. So it really is a big challenge. So that serves to even stigmatize and isolate them even further.
Fatima Takarimu, who lives in Tamale, sustained hand injury when she fell into a boiling soup. Donald Nakoroma, her son, says that was the saddest moment in his life.
She was cooking. If she can, you see, look on her hand. She was cooking, so then it came. So she dipped her hand inside. She was going to fall, so she dipped her hand inside the pot and was there. And me too, I was in school. It was this my grandmother who came and to remove the hand from the pot. It nearly boiled the hand because it was about 30 minutes or so. So when I just came, she told me I was the one who took her to the pharmacist. So the pharmacist dressed it and said we should go back to hospital. So we went to hospital and they prescribed some medicines for her, and then she took them, and then it was now okay.
Back at the Kolebu Plastic Surgery Department.
A piece of documentary produced by Seth Kwame Boateng back in 2014. And let me just say that at this time, I've been joined by Kojo Yangson because this documentary was also shown on the Super Morning Show on Joy FM. Good morning, Kojo.
Hello, how are you, Mama V?
Very well. Are you still on the show across?
I actually am still on the show right now. We're live on Joy 99.7 FM. As well as the Joy News channel.
Yeah, it's good to have you here.
A pleasure.
But the couple who featured in this documentary are also here. So Thomas and Francisca Labi, good morning to you. Good to see you. How have you been after this documentary?
It's been cool. Just that we're trying to take it to another level. Yeah.
I'm told you've been moving from church to do some education on epilepsy?
Yeah. We've been to more than 10 churches so far, and 3 senior high, Hotcast, Sacred Heart, and St. Mary's Senior High. And
okay.
we hope to do more. You know, there are sometimes there's few constraints, but we hope to do more. We send letters to the school authorities or to the church leaders, and we tell them our intention and what the trend is and what we hope to achieve by this. So they sit down, they think about it, and then they tell us, okay, we want you to come and do it, and we want you to do it on this day or that time. And we prepare and go and give the presentation. We show the documentary that we saw, I Shake, I Fall, I Die, because it has a lot of information. In fact, before the documentary, I have read much about epilepsy because of my wife, and but this documentary gave me a lot of education. In fact, it empowered me. It enlightens me more. And
I've got to say, I mean, this couple is an inspiration to so many Ghanaians, and I like the word you used, empowered. Because what they did and what you saw in that documentary was extremely empowering. Most of the time when people are disadvantaged, it's a problem enough for them to deal with. But these two have turned a disadvantage into a blessing, not just for themselves, but for others. And we're really impressed and empowered by that. So can you tell us, though, how did you manage to get over the difficulty of living with this condition enough to then start helping others with it?
When I haven't met him, and it's difficult for me, all the time I pray that God will heal me. But when I met him, he actually teach me a lot of things that I shouldn't put it in my mind that somebody is doing me or it's evil thing. I should pray and leave everything to God. God will do it. So that is the thing he used it to empower me.
Yeah.
And now you're on a crusade to make others understand epilepsy and manage it as well as you have. What are some of the common questions and misconceptions that you have encountered in your bid to educate others?
Okay, we'll have questions like, if you touch their saliva, you will have it. Okay, this is one of the common questions people. Someone even said that, hey, I thought that if you see the person having it, just seeing it alone, you can also have it. And I laughed. Okay, and during the documentary, Seth asked me that question, and I gave, what do you call it, a revelation that I have never said it anywhere before. You know, I've been on standpoint several times.
Yeah.
But I just, it's talking about saliva. So then I asked the question, okay, how about me who is making babies? You know, I put it in a plain language. How about me who is having sex with someone who is epileptic? Then I should be having one by now. Okay? And there was a day it happened. We were just having sex and it happened. And you see, there's one thing I've been taught from my childhood, and I think that our upbringing is also very important. The way we react to issues. Because my uncle who taught me, who I live with, made me understand that God expects so much from me. And he taught me things that will make me take my future into my own hands. Okay, so this issue about it is a witch that is responsible for what is, I don't believe it. But mind you, I know there are evil forces. Yes, they are. But one thing I always do is that I will not put in my mind that it is this person who is responsible for my condition. In that case, I will not do much to find solution to my problem. Okay, so I just leave everything for God. And then when they come out with all these misconceptions, when you touch them, you have it. When you touch their saliva, you have it. Even when you sleep with them on the same bed, you have it. And I take my time to explain it. There are some of the misconceptions that are very weird. If you're not careful, you'll be angry. Okay? But I try to put myself in their shoes. As at the time, I did not know much about epilepsy. How would I have behaved if someone approached, or if I see things like this? How would I have behaved? So I try to put myself in their shoes and calm down and gradually answer their question by giving them facts and speaking from experience.
Sure. At this point, Kojo, I've got to say that we're live on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the Super Morning Show.
Yes.
Oh, it feels good saying that.
Yeah, and this is a surprise we promised our listeners on the Super Morning Show, that we would do something together, with your show, and they're all enjoying it right now. But there's a reason why we're here together, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. I just want to wait for just a little while, and then we will get to that. Okay. But I'm curious, has, the bed stuff happened again? When I say the bed stuff, I'm sure you understand.
Oh, okay, yeah, I do.
For those of us who watched the documentary and who listened to it on the radio,
understand the bed
it
stuff,
was the bit about, we were, and then it happened. Then the attack came. So has it happened?
Oh, no. You see, I believe that I defeated it that day. So, like these two boxers, I don't know if they will fight again.
Aite Powers
and Bugo, I don't think they will fight again. Okay, Aite has been defeated twice. Okay, but for me, I think I was so strong, and I don't attribute all this to myself. I rely on God, and two, there are people in my life that has made me what I am. That has made me very confident. That has helped me to understand life and the facts of life. And after that incident, we have not experienced it again. In fact, till today, that was the shortest of all the episodes we've had as far as her seizures are concerned. And I was asking myself, why should you come at this time? It was a wrong time. The timing was very wrong, but I defeated it, and afterwards, it hasn't happened again. Yeah. It has happened on different times, different occasions, but not on that particular setting.
Okay. One of the challenges of epilepsy is that you genuinely cannot tell when you are going to have an episode. But with all the experience that you have both had with this condition, have you started to identify any kind of pattern? Are there certain things that make it more likely for an episode to occur? Have you started to see any trend in all this?
You want to say something? When is going to happen? What do you see?
When is going to happen? I don't see things clear. So I'll find somewhere to sit before I'll fall. That's the thing I know. So anytime it's coming to happen, I can't see the things clear. So I'll find somewhere to sit fast. But at times too, it doesn't come that way. It will just come. But that thing doesn't happen often. But mostly, I see that it's coming.
Let me just say that that's the voice, for those of you who are listening to radio, that's the voice of Mrs. Labi, Francisca Labi, who has epilepsy. Her husband is also joining us. Thomas is here with us. We're on Joy News Television, but you can hear us on Joy FM.
On the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM.
You know one thing, I observed, like she said, when I met her, in fact, before I even had plans for marriage, I realized she has that condition, okay? And like I said, my uncle, I always want to be grateful to retired Captain Labi, Joseph Labi. He taught me so many things. My church leaders were very supportive, giving me the kind of advice that is going to help me to stay on course. If this is what I want to do, then go for it. And my family, the Labi family, her family, in fact, my family has been very wonderful.
How many children do you have?
I have 2 girls, Pearl, Natre Ajite Labi, and Albertina Ayoko, Ayoko Ajite Labi. In fact, we name Albertina after Dr. Palu. Dr. Palu is 1 in a million. Okay, that is my wife's doctor, and if he's not around, Dr. Ajay takes over, Patrick Ajay. But Dr. Palu, we've been very, very close. He has been like a father, a mentor to us. So like I was saying earlier on, you have a blur vision. For those who don't know, when you're going to have an attack, it's not every seizure that shows that symptoms, but you have a blur vision. Sometimes you have a blur vision, the vision will not be very clear, and that is a signal.
Okay.
You have a sharp headache.
Okay, we'll continue with that bit, but there's something that Kojo myself we wanted to show you. So I want all of us to watch, and it will come with a voice. So if you're listening to us on radio, you will get the understanding of what we're showing on TV.
Somebody listened to the documentary I Fall, I Shake, I Die, and was touched by the story of Mr. and Mrs. Labi, so decided to give this land to them. Document on this land has been prepared in their name, everything has been done, and we are here to let them know that this is the land the person has gotten for them. And it's here in the Greater Accra region, Mount From. So as you can see, it's a 70 by 100 plot, and the person doesn't want to be known, so he said we should just come here and let them know that this is the land. Everything has been prepared in their name. So Mr. and Mrs. Labi, this is for you. This is a makeshift pole on this land, indicating the boundaries of the land. There is another one on our left. This is the second pole. From where the first pole is to this place is 100 feet. And the person said he was blessed to hear them, and that what they are doing, he can't do that. Show appreciation and to say thank you to especially Mr. Labi for caring for the wife. This is his gift.
Wow, isn't that amazing?
So you got a land.
And not a small piece of land either, in Amamfrum, a wonderful part of the Greater Accra region. And that is a sizable piece of real estate right there.
I tell you what, I have a piece of land myself. I've been trying to register it for 2 years. I haven't gone through the process. You've got your documents. This is a registered piece of land.
That's right.
To you and your
all
wife.
registered in your name.
Yes.
And owned by yourself and your lovely wife, by your family. This is somebody's way of saying thank you for doing what they can't do, for taking your condition, your situation, and turning it into a blessing for so many others. You have inspired all of us by your resilience and your conviction to making sure that not only do you overcome your own personal battles, but you help others to do the same. You're an inspiration to the nation. Thomas and Francisca, we are so honored and proud that we could take part in this exercise of saying a big thank you, congratulations to you, and to continue to encourage you to do what you do so well for so many people. Very well done to both of you.
Thank you.
As Francisca, what do you say? I mean, how do you feel right now?
Well done. Congratulations.
I don't know how to talk. I'm shocked.
You can say anything that you want to say. You can even say it in fancy, whichever way you want to express yourself.
Hey, what's in Yankopon? No one actual. ɔnam kwan biara do na nyankopɔn ɔdze bless obi bibi wɔ hɔ like ɔyare a ɔbɛfi dɛ nyankopɔn apɔ anaa dɛ biribi dɛm but nyankopɔn na ɔnyim sɛ nti kora ɔyɛ n'adze nti zamba kan dɛ biara wɔ bed na anaa dɛ biribi a ɔmfa n'enyi ɔnto nyankopɔn do nyankopɔn bɛyɛ ama.
Kojo will do us the honors and translate that.
Well, that was some beautifully rendered Fanti. Francisca was saying that God has mysterious ways of blessing you. Very often, when you are dealt a hand in life, you tend to feel that it's over for you. But God has a way of blessing everybody. And she considers this a very special way in which God has blessed her and her family through this special gift.
Thomas, how do you feel?
Mixed feeling. It's mixed. I'm sharing tears because I'm shocked. Okay, and two, I'm happy that whatever little contribution we've just put in this project, so to speak, has been able to touch lives. And on the other hand, it is a challenge. It's a challenge to me. Okay, so it tells me that I have to do more. Not for, because I started doing this not thinking of what someone will give me. Because in fact, it is my business and it is my cross. So I don't think someone will come and reward me for what I was doing. So I was doing it for my heart. I wanted to be a blessing to my wife and also to others. And then through this is what I have seen, this is what I've got. The evidence is just very clear. I just want to encourage everybody, as I keep on saying, that whatever challenge you have, don't let it be a liability. In fact, don't let it be a stumbling block. Instead, use that challenge as a stepping stone. So you move higher and you'll be able to bless others with the intention that you want to bless others, not to make gain. Okay, and if the good Lord who hangs in there and watch over all of us will surprise you like I have been surprised now. Yes. The Lord might decide to give us long life. I think that those who died yesterday or a few months ago, we are not better than them. I am not better than them. But the reason why I'm living now, it is God's wish and reason that I should live, so I'll complete whatever work and assignment. So I'm very grateful. I wish I could know the person, but I know I will not be made to. I will not be given the opportunity.
The person doesn't want to be known. So.
In fact, I want to say a very big thank you, and it is my prayer that God will protect that person and multiply what he has done for us. Multiply for him wherever he picked this from. The thought alone, he should make him greater than he is now.
Amen.
And that he's going to be a blessing to so many people.
Amen. Okay, Kojo.
That's special, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay, well, on radio, I believe we're going to take a break right now. When we come back, there's more on the Super Morning Show. But if you're watching Joy News Channel right now, Mamavi is going to continue.
What we're going to do is to take a clearer view of that land that's been given to and registered, really, because they've got the document with them, to Mr. and Mrs. Labi. So enjoy it, enjoy your land. Whatever you decide to do on it, let us know. But we're grateful that you can make it here. Thank you. All right, stay with us.
Somebody listened to the documentary I Fall, I Shake, I Die, and was touched by the story of Mr. and Mrs. Labi, so decided to give this land to them. Document on this land has been prepared, and their name, everything has been done. And we are here to let them know that this is the land the person has gotten for them. And it's here in the Greater Accra region, Amanfrom. So as you can see, it's a 70 by 100 plot. And the person doesn't want to be known. So he said we should just come here and let them know that this is the land. Everything has been prepared in their name. So Mr. and Mrs. Labi, this is for you. This is a makeshift pole on this land, indicating the boundaries of the land. There is another one On our left, this is the second pole. From where the first pole is to this place is 100 feet. And the person said he was blessed to hear them, and that what they are doing, he can't do that. Show appreciation and to say thank you to especially Mr. Labi for caring for the wife. This is his gift